shit. All right, let's get to it, man. Let's cut the chitter chatter. Let's get down to business, man. Fucking Kanye West. All right, before I start, let me say this. If Kanye West is actually sick and has a mental health problem, we know he's bipolar. If he's actually sick and needs help, I hope and pray he gets the help he needs. But and what I'm about to say does not mean I don't support the mental health community. That doesn't mean I take mental health seriously. No, I do. And I take it so seriously that I'm about to say what I'm about to say because I think it's ridiculous. The fact that Kanye West can go out and say all kind of crazy nonsense and talk about how Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves, compare himself to Nelson Mandela, say all this crazy nonsense, diss Drake, do all this shit just to sell an album, and then say Donda coming Friday, movie coming Friday, and then when people think he crazy, be like, oh, I have mental health problems. I got this. And the hide behind the guise of mental health is fucking nasty. This campaign, all this shit he's preaching right now is to sell fucking albums and to sell this fucking movie. It's gross, it's nasty, and I'm done with it. This nigga went from one of my favorites to I can't respect him no more. The art he made is classic, but no respect for you. No respect at all for this nigga. I'm not calling this nigga a genius. I'm not doing none of that. Because if he was a genius, this shit wouldn't fucking happen. No. Puff Daddy a genius. Puffy.
Whoa. Calm down.
Dr. Dre a genius. Drake a genius. Jay-Z a genius. That I'm not calling Kanye West a genius no more, man. Because this is nasty shit. He played upon the race card. He played upon people's belief to sell shit with the Republican shit. Then he preyed upon black people's love of the church and religion to sell shit. Now he's preying upon mental health because none of that shit worked. And now he's preying upon, I'm gonna be just try to trend and to sell shit. Nigga, it's not my fault you're putting out trash music. That's how I feel about the situation, Doom. And there's nothing you can say to convince me otherwise. But I can say that if his wife and them treating him bad, well, then divorce the bitch, nigga. But obviously, you're not going to divorce her because
he got like 4 kids now.
E-News told you, oh, we doing this for the new season. We're going to maybe do divorce rumors, but y'all going to get back together. Nah, nigga, fuck out of here. That's why Meek fucked your bitch. You want to diss Drake? Go diss Meek, nigga. Drake probably fucked that bitch too. Nah, Ray J told you he hit it first. I'm not with this shit, nigga. Fuck that nigga Kanye, bro. Shit.
All right, let me defend my nigga Ye real quick, and let me tell you why I agree with 80% of what you just said. Because the fact that he do it for the promo bullshit is wild.
It's fucking nasty.
We can agree with that. That's exactly why he doing it. But where I'm gonna shoot my nigga some bail is, we gotta stop calling him crazy because he's not crazy. He's still the smart, brilliant genius that we know him to be. You know what I'm saying? Now look, let me break down what's going on. Kim and Chris, they know how he is. They know what triggers him. They know what get him going. They know that he's super passionate about the shit that he care about. So they antagonize him to have these kind of moments. And then they paint it out to be like, oh, this nigga crazy. He bipolar. He this and that. It's not a coincidence that he got an album dropping. It's not a coincidence that they 2-3 episodes from the season finale of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. That's not a fucking coincidence.
That's super corny. I mean?
I'm saying, I think what they doing is they sit there and they antagonize this man. Because you got to think about it. The nigga don't really have no family.
No friends.
Kardashians is his family. Think about how nuts that
He didn't cut everybody else off.
Because they stole his laptop, nigga. Man. Fuck them.
Yeah, nah. It's not about that nigga that stole it. You making jokes over there. I see you.
Bro, just stop and think about how nuts that is. Like.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's crazy.
Anybody in this Zoom call right now, if we going through some shit, bro, we got those people that we could hit up in confidence. Like, yo, that's what's on my mind. Like, bro, it's a lot.
I'm going through it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a nigga that'll genuinely reach out and be like, all right, bro, I got you. This is what you need to do. This is what I can help you do. Think about if that circle for you is niggas
The
that only
Kardashians?
care about profiting off of your pain. That's the support circle he got.
Imagine calling Kris Jenner for help. Get the
bro.
fuck out of here with
That's
that,
nasty,
nigga.
bro. That's fucking nasty.
Your
I agree
business
with
will be
you.
on the next episode.
Dude, look, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I actually might agree with that. That
was a good argument.
But my question to you is, how do you defend? Because I do think that's nasty if they doing that, and if that's the case, I'm with you 1,000. How you defend the Harriet Tubman shit, my nigga?
Bro, all right. So look, the clip was nasty. The clip was wild. I was like, bro, what the fuck is this nigga talking about?
Okay.
All right. I watched the full
what
rally.
The fuck?
I watched the full rally, bro, and basically, this is what Chris kind of opened my eyes to, because he did make a good point. He was basically saying that regardless of how you meant it, knowing the public figure that you are, you gotta be careful with how you present certain ideas.
Especially since the time we in right now, they're gonna use that against us.
Exactly.
Right.
And he was saying exactly that. Like you gotta present it in a way to where the people who oppose you can't use what you say as ammo against you. You know what I mean? And I agree with that. Shout out to Chris for kind of helping me understand that part, because that part is nasty.
Okay.
But what he was saying is that while the society kind of makes us believe that, oh, we've been free because it's not slavery no more, he was like, when you think about it, we were led to a new form of it. We still work for the same fucking white people. We still, you know what I mean? How many people wake up, go to a job that they don't fucking like, they wish they could be home with their family and their kids and shit, and they still gotta do shit they don't want to do because they need money. You know what I mean? Like that's a point that I think everybody can agree with.
But okay, let me say this. You can't say it's difference between slavery and what we in right now. He needs to stop making the correlation of slavery, because the people had no fucking choice once they left. It was either be a slave or go work for this white man over here. They had no option. Right. What he needs to say is that we need to make more black-owned businesses and support more black-owned and more black-owned businesses. If that's what he's trying to say that. But the correlation of slavery is nuts.
And what it is it's not even at the correlation, it's the way he says it. Because when Brother Umar Johnson say it, it's very clear what he's trying to get out. You know, his point is made that this was slavery, then they made the jail system, and then from the jail system, they got us working dumbass jobs
you can't just say we still in slavery, because what slaves went through and what we go through, what the civil rights people went through and what we went through is two completely different things, let alone slave. Like my grandpa told me this when I was young, and it really stuck with me the whole time. He was like, you'll never be able to understand what I went through through the civil rights, just like I never understood what my uncle went through slavery. And it's like, he's like, my uncle hated white people because he was half black, half Indian. His Indian brothers were killed. His black brothers were made slaves. He was like, but I can never understand that hatred because I didn't go through that. I have a dislike for certain people because of how we acted during the civil rights era, and you'll never understand my disdain that I have for certain groups of people because you didn't go through that. And it's like, he's right. I'll never understand it because I didn't go through the Civil Rights Act. But just like he didn't go through slavery, we didn't go through that. And we should never I feel like we should never comment on how slavery was.
Agree with that. He need to drop comparing it to slavery.
Yeah, because his comparisons suck.
It's two different things. Even though I completely understand what he's getting at, because it's a new form of slavery. So to speak. But comparing and bringing up Harriet Tubman
he's wild, bro.
That's
he's
like
nuts.
It's honestly is disrespectful.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But
super.
I get the metaphor that he was trying. I think in his mind he say shit like that because he think if he compare it to that, then we'll understand the severity of the situation. Because I think he put that what we're in is just as severe as slavery, which I agree. But you can't.
But he been saying that. He been saying that since what was that? Wait, I got it right here. Yeezus. He been saying that since Yeezus, bro. That was 2013. I'm tired of him telling me that we didn't.
And also, bro, it was life or death for them. It's not and I know people gonna say about the police. It's not life or death for us like that. It everything going on with the police is very, very serious, but it is not like slaves were getting beat if they just said, hey, like they were getting beat
he's
like,
hey, motherfucker, you know English?
Yeah, it's different, bro. Like just say that we need to be more self-sufficient as a race. Say we need to support more black-owned businesses. We need to be more black-owned business. We need to bank black. There's ways to say what you trying with what you, because see, Doom, I'm gonna say it's what you interpreted it as, because I don't know what this nigga fucking saying. But your interpretation of Kanye's words are the best case scenario. The worst case is what I'm saying, where, oh, this nigga using this for clout. He just trying to sell albums. And he just trying to sell movies. This nigga...
It's both. It's both. I'll tell you how it's both. I think the way I interpret it is what he genuinely means, but he's antagonized to talk about those points by the people around him because they know what it'll do in the headlines.
Out of everything you said, I actually could see that's the thing that I could definitely agree with. That Chris and Kim antagonize him.
They definitely do.
But as for that other shit,
those shits is not a coincidence. They like, nigga, your album dropping, we got to do something to get
they antagonize him in the ways of like, nigga, the last couple albums ain't been shit.
And if we look at it, that's the way that Chris would market Kim and Chloe and all them.
Yep.
By causing controversy and that. Look, that part I definitely agree with. It's just like, man, I can't support anything you do if you talking like this and you doing nonsense, still doing. I thought you weren't running for office, but you're still doing campaign rallies, bro. I can't elect Kanye West. I'm sorry, whatever happened with you and your family and all of that. I'm sorry, but I can't have my politician breaking down on stage and crying. North Korea will bomb us in an instant.
Yeah,
in an instant.
I think everybody knows that though. Like I honestly believe that. They sit there and they push him to do shit like this because in his mind he think he doing the right shit,
right thing.
Which I will never hate on, especially a black man saying like, "Yo, I want to be president of the United States and I actually believe I can do this shit." Like I'm in support of that. But what they doing is they know there's no chance in hell he gonna win.
Right, ain't no chance in hell.
They do that because they know it's gonna make great TV on this fucking E Network.
Could you imagine E Network behind the scenes on a campaign rally? That East not going through the roof, nigga.
All right, dude. I'm gonna say this.
The whole country is gonna be watching that shit. It's not gonna be just the Kardashian fans and the people who want to see what
the whole world. I ain't gonna lie.
The whole world would watch that. I'd watch that shit,
bro. That's what I'm saying. All
right, dude. I'm gonna say this. I'm half right, you half right. We're about 50.
I can take that. I
take that but I can't get over my half of just this whole using niggas to sell. I can't get over that because that's what he's doing. But I do, the way you paint the Kardashians, it's a very vivid picture that I could believe.
Bro, these motherfuckers have been doing this shit for years.
Yeah.
Right.
How long have Keeping Up with the Kardashians been running?
At least 20 years, right?
When the shit first started, bro, you think Kim and Courtney and all them was really beefing like that? Them motherfuckers got on TV for slapping each other in the mouth and shit.
And they had all them black random people from the hood come up in Chris' house dance. Like, yo, when you watch them old clips, it's nuts. That clip with all them. Yo, that shit is nuts. This is
the motherfuckers that's behind the scenes, like preying on the fact that Ye really sitting there like, yo, I got to do something for my people. I want to make a change. And they're like, you know what, nigga, you got this. You know what I'm saying? What about this bullshit that you said you was mad about the other day? Go on TV, talk about that. Because they know how nuts it's going to look. Right. And they know what it's going to do for the ratings.
And you know
That's exactly what they're doing to this man.
As the mediator of this debate, I can say two things. For sure, the Kardashians are not to be trusted. And you can't, anything that they doing behind the scenes that we can't see, but it's making their numbers go up, is good for them. They don't give a fuck about us. They don't give a fuck about Ye. You know what I'm saying? But if it's making their numbers go up,
they only care about them.
But on the same side as Lynn, you're right. You can't be using slavery as a way to sell your album because, like Lynn said, like, look, motherfuckers was getting beat for knowing how to read,
getting their dicks cut off, getting having black men fight each other to the death. Like, nah, bro. Like they had some fucked up shit happen in slavery, and it's like. That's not okay.
So you're right. Okay. That can't be touched, and the Kardashians gotta know they place.
And it's not okay that it's during the time of, it's not okay ever, but especially not okay right now because there's a movement fighting to get us more rights, fighting to get things the right way.
And that will push us back.
And that's going, and you saying I'm gonna run for president, all this, it just has white people like, oh, well, I guess things okay. Kanye says it's okay. Like, and that's the thing. By him saying this, it's allowing for them to be like, oh, well, this man speaks for black culture. Well, if he believes this, then I guess all black people feel this way. And it's like,
yeah. And that's a big problem.
But that's a problem. That's a problem we put on ourselves for the fact of how we worship celebrities. And we talked about that, about how black people got to stop celebrity worshiping and making them the mouthpiece for us.
Well, I feel like it's young people now, because if I'm keeping it a buck with you, there is no way in hell that Kylie Jenner's majority of her following is black. There's no way. Absolutely not. I
agree. It's I think the black people of our fans come from 25 and under.
Right.
Or maybe even like 23 and under.
Yeah, because if I keep it a buck with you, bro, I ain't really keep up with her until I found out she was pregnant with Travis's baby.
I still don't follow her.
Because the Tiger shit, I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, it was funny.
I ain't gonna lie.
That was just jokes.
Right.
But real shit, the motherfuckers so good at what they do, even if you don't want to follow them.
You gotta see it.
Oh, you gonna see it.
No, that's a fact. That is a physic.
They trending.
No matter what, just because I don't follow them, they should be on my Explore page. Yep. And if it's on Twitter, I see like tweets because all these girls that I follow them. So it's like, you can't escape them. And Doom, I'm with you with the Kardashian shit, because it's definitely, if I'm gonna say Kanye doing it to sell shit, I gotta see the bigger picture of how Kris Jenner is doing this.
I gotta see their ratings.
Yeah, right. I gotta see it. It's nasty on Kanye, but it's super, super nasty on Kris and Kim.
Because Kris know better. She don't got no mental issues.
But I'm blaming Kim, because it's like, that's your husband. But even if you don't care about that nigga, do you care about your children? And that's your children's father, and y'all got him looking crazy out in the streets.
But they just gonna kill him.
Bro, as fucked up as it is, I don't think she give a fuck about that either. Like the kids is almost like, this locked me into being financially tied.
Stable.
Yeah. Right. This generational wealth.
Yeah, that's literally it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think
and then when
they look at it as like, oh, he the father of my kids, I need to protect him.
And then if we want to push it another level,
what fuck happened to this nigga? He already stuck.
And that's my thing. If you do it another level, it could be trying to push him to get crazy so he die, and then they get all that money.
I'm telling you, bro.
If I want to be super dark with it.
You didn't hear what I said. I said it on the slick.
Ooh. If I want to be super dark with it, I wouldn't be surprised about this. But at the same time, nigga, you a grown man. You got to get out that. You gotta and I blame him. His friends, I blame him not having friends. Like, you got to have somebody come to you and be like, yo, bro, you out here looking crazy. And you got to get out that house. Like, if I'm not feeling comfortable inside a situation, I leave this. You got to leave the situation.
This man's not leaving. There's four children that running around with his DNA in that house that I know of. It's probably more. But
oh no, it's just 4.
That's still a lot though. Cause I mean, how old is North?
North got to be old enough to see this on the internet.
8 or 7, right? So at this point now,
that's another reason why I'm like, why you gonna be crazy,
bro? Yeah,
because she can see that. There's no way she can't get on the internet.
There's no way
right
she can't see that shit.
Yeah,
no, for sure.
I don't know, bro. That shit is just wild, because like I feel like they don't give a fuck about Kanye at all. Like,
if they did, they wouldn't let him do this.
And it's obvious that they controlling the situation.
Let me play devil's advocate for them, because I do agree. He could be one of them niggas that's like, nah, you're not touching my phone. I'm doing what I like. This is me being the other end of it, to where it's like, yeah, they might be telling him like say stuff, but like he going all crazy. And then when they try to reel him in and be like, yo, you doing too much, like we got to worry about your health. He'd be like, nah, fuck that. Fuck you. Fuck all y'all. I'm doing this. Y'all don't care about me, this and that. I'm doing my thing, this and that. That could be under the I don't agree with that side, but that's the devil's advocate side to what you're saying.
Right. And if I was to counter that, though, I would say, then why the fuck can he be perfectly fine with being silent up until it's album release time? Until it's fucking,
and then, if I'm them, I would say he does this for clout to sell his music. This is his choice, because he is in a competition with one of the biggest artists. And this is true. Whether or not what you're saying is true, Doom, what I'm saying is true, or the devil's advocate I'm arguing for right now. Kanye West feels threatened by Drake and has not been the same since the one with Monster, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. After that, that's after Nothing Was the Same was out. That's when Drake blew up and Drake became the biggest artist. Kanye West then falls down to level status. He's a legend status, but he's not the biggest name in hip hop and music anymore. It's now Drake. So because I feel this said pressure, I have to do whatever I can to promote my album and get me back to the level of being number one. And in my devil's advocate argument, not my actual belief, they could say that, oh, well, he does this because he's threatened by Drake and he's trying to sell music. It's not us. He's doing this.
Well, I mean, at this point, shit, that's been, My Dark Twisted Fantasy came out. We was grade school kids, man. We
wasn't grade school, nigga. You tripping.
Well, look, 10th and 11th grade is still grade school to me.
Hold on. This shit came out in... This shit came out in... Oh, you know, it came out in 2009, 2010.
Bro, look, I was in high school. I remember that.
I was in high school, yeah, true.
But if I had a curfew, it was grade school to me. So
yeah, that's pre-take care.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, bro. He ain't been the same because he ain't been the same. It's all right. Everybody lose the thing. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, he was always a producer who had some bars. He wasn't a lyricist from the jump.
But he broke that mold.
He did break the mold. He did break the mold, and that's why he's the legend, because he broke the mold. But at the same time, did I think he would have a longevity of having this great rap success? No, fuck no. That's like me thinking that Dre would have did that. No, because they're producers.
I agree with that, B, but
can they always pick it up? Well, yeah, he probably did think that.
And that's why, in the devil's advocate argument I'm using, that's why he does all this, because he's trying to get his clout to get back into that light.
11 years, my nigga? 11 years?
Look, hey, I agree.
I'd have gave up, bro.
I think though, especially like coming from an artist point of view, you don't ever really let it go. You know what I mean? Especially when you see Drake as a peer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's my thing.
Kanye's peer. And if we know anything about Kanye, whenever he decides he want to do something, he want to be the best. Like, he want to be undeniable.
He want to be number one. Yeah.
And I think it's an ego thing. I think, honestly, bro, if we looking at, like, even what the label expect of him, they don't expect him to beat Drake.
No, but he expect,
do.
And he don't have no great, like, Drake got more numbers, more Grammys, all these records, like, this is stuff Kanye West wanted, along with
he dreamed of
the sneakers and all, along with all his clothing company. Like, yeah, he's happy about the clothing company thing, but I feel like his ultimate goal was to have that going and the music going at the same time, to be like, I'm Walt Disney, I'm Steve Jobs, I do all these different lanes, and I'm still the greatest musician ever. And the fact that Drake's there, it eats at him. It eats at him. That, like, there's no way you can tell me that doesn't eat at him. Because one of the two, like, why in the midst of this abortion argument and all of this crazy shit you tweet, well, let me not even say crazy, all this shit you tweeting on, putting on Twitter, you gonna just go tweet Drake with the little upset face? Like, why? Why did you do that? Even though Drake did diss him and pushing that freestyle he released earlier, but why in the midst of all this do you put this? I don't know.
Well, you know what I think it is, bro? I honestly think in his everyday, I wake up and I be yay, like that type of stage of life, he's so secluded with everything. The niggas in Wyoming on his...
Yeah, he don't even live in Calabasas no more.
Like, bro, he's like so broken off from everything that his thoughts about shit just is eating at him the whole time. You know what I mean? So when Chris and Kim say, here, nigga, here's your phone, you should tell the world about what you've been thinking about. You get this shit that they think is crazy. Like, everybody look at it and think that it's crazy. But bro, I swear to God, I'm 100% in belief that that's what they doing.
Look,
they
I ain't mad at
eat
that.
at him, and when they realize he had a boiling point, they like,
that's when they hear you
from.
Yeah, he ready.
Track list,
put the stove on.
Here's your phone, nigga. Start venting. The world need to hear your thoughts.
Oh,
and you know Kanye love that kind of shit. They probably tell him like, yo, you know what? You absolutely
right.
Dude.
Yeah.
The world need to hear this. You need to tell these niggas. You know what I mean? Put
I can
everybody
believe
on
that.
what's going on in your brain.
Now that you done fuse your theory with part of my theory, I could kind of like, cause he definitely that nigga like, I'm getting this out. I'm getting my thoughts out. And
they're like, yeah, your followers need to hear this.
Yeah, they antagonize. All right, Doom. I thought before when we was talking in group chat, I thought you was gonna come in here and be like, yo, this nigga said this about Harriet. Let's go. Like, I thought you was coming in here with some wild ass takes.
You know that ain't.
Yeah, but see, I knew that's not you. But then when I'm seeing what you're telling me in group chat, I'm like, what the fuck could this nigga come in here and say? But now
I had to troll. I had to kind of put some
sauce on it. Okay.
You know what I mean?
I feel okay. Well, now that we got the thoughts, I'm glad. I could definitely see that they antagonize him and push this on him. I could definitely see that. All right, well, word, bro. Look at how you feel about all this. Just, do you agree with this? Does this sound logical?
The take that Doom brought to us, I cannot deny. Yeah, I cannot deny the fact that he's making some really great points.
Especially because they season about to debut. I never trusted
the Kardashians. So you know me. If you putting Kris Jenner as the devil, I'm all for it, baby.
Yeah. Nobody work harder than the devil but Kris Jenner.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, so all right, cool. I'm glad we all agree on though that he's saying some just dumb shit. Yeah, he and the way he trying to sell shit is nuts. But